Lodwa tajba, grazzi tal-li darbohra rġajtu għattu maħna. Illum edin ġewwa ħalfar fejn kumpanija multinazzjonali mill-Indja, Torrent Pharmaceutical Group, inatat allokazzjoni ta' spazju sabiex kun tista' tinvesti 22 miljun euro fabbrika tal-farmaceutika li allura se tkun qed toħloq 120 karriera ġdida. Se nkun qed inkompli issa bl-Ingliż għaliex magħna għandna wkoll rappreżentanti ta' Torrent Group mill-Indja u mill-Ġermanja. Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Minister Schembri, Honorable Minister Dalli, Parliamentary Secretary Deo De Battista, good morning. Distinguished guests, thank you for being with us here today. As we announce the investment of Torrent Pharma Group, 22 million euro investment. We are honored to have with us representatives of Torrent Pharmaceutical Group, Mr. Gupta, Executive Director of International Operations, Mr. Agrawal, Vice President for European Operations, and Mr. Hacker, Director for Commercial Operations in Germany. Welcome. Happy to see you here again with us in Malta, and we look forward to continue assisting you. We will be having 4 speeches today. We'll be starting off with General Manager of Torrent Malta, Frederick Schembri, followed by Minister Dalli, Minister Schembri, and Robert Abela, Prime Minister. Thank you also for being here with us today. So may I now kindly invite Frederick Schembri for our first address.
Thank you, Antoinette. Honourable Prime Minister, Honourable Ministers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. We have with us today some very special guests from Torrent Senior Management that have purposely flown in for this auspicious occasion. Mr. Sanjay Gupta, Executive Director for International Operations for Torrent, Mr. Amul Agrawal, Vice President for Torrent European Operations, and Mr. Margot Hacker, Director for Commercial Operations for Torrent Germany. Honourable Prime Minister, on behalf of the Board of Directors and employees of Torrent Pharma, I wish to convey our sincere gratitude for inviting Torrent to set up operations in Malta. The Torrent Group is committed to its mission of transforming lives, and over the years focus has remained on 2 crucial sectors without which modern life is unimaginable: healthcare and power. The Torrent Group today is not just spreading care, hope and happiness across the world, it is also empowering people and lighting up their lives. Torrent Pharmaceuticals, the flagship of the Torrent Group, is one of the leading pharmaceutical companies in India. Pioneers in initiating the concept of niche markets in India, today ranked amongst the leaders in therapeutical segments of cardiovascular, central nervous systems, gastrointestinals, and women healthcare. The company has also a significant presence in diabetology, pain management, gynecology, oncology, and anti-infective segments. Torrent Pharma has crossed many geographical boundaries and presence in more than 40 countries. The Torrent Group annual revenues exceed $3 billion, with Torrent Pharma annual turnover reaching approximately $1 billion. We are ranked 8th in the Indian pharmaceutical market, amongst the top 5 in cardiovascular, central nervous systems, and vitamins, minerals, and nutritionals. We are ranked #1 Indian pharma company in Brazil, Germany, and the Philippines, with 8 manufacturing sites, 5 of which are US FDA inspected and 3 are EU GMP approved, with a strong R&D pipeline employing approximately 1,000 scientists. Our strength is in our reliability and compliance to regulatory standards. We have some of the finest research, manufacturing, and quality-conscious resources, and have demonstrated a passion for manufacturing the best. In our preferred areas of therapeutics, we focus on automation and constantly upgrade our investment in quality and compliance to create a more robust quality culture. Torrent Pharma has internationally approved research and manufacturing facilities, and our strong quality systems are at par with multi-regulatory and industry standards, which provides assurance on our quality processes, product quality, and patient safety. Torrent is focusing on enhancing its European growth, and our Malta operations will have a unique role serving as a key logistical and quality hub for products marketed across the regulated European markets. Honourable Prime Minister, your administration has provided a favourable, business-friendly environment which augurs well for our projected investment. Your government has offered tremendous support and encouragement, as within a year from the initial invite from Malta Enterprise, we have established our Maltese subsidiary Torrent Pharma Malta Limited. We have leased temporary offices, have been allocated these facilities in Halfa. We have completed the design proposals and presented applications to the competent authorities for permit approval, and preliminary works are well underway for the initiation of the construction phase of the Torrent Malta facilities. All this has been possible thanks to the continuous support of numerous government agencies, predominantly Malta Enterprise, Farrugia, thank you, and this, thank you, Mr. Chairman, and the Malta Medicines Authority, Professor Achin, thank you for all your support. Torrent Malta will be an important catalyst for Torrent European operations and future growth, since it will provide the necessary infrastructure to consolidate our supply chain into Europe, including analytical testing, batch release, and related services. Phase 1 of the Malta project consists of a logistical and packaging operations, large-scale analytical labs for the testing of sterile and non-sterile conventional products, including related batch release activities. Analytical testing capacity is estimated at 16,000 batches per annum, rendering Torrent Malta among the largest testing facilities in Europe. Project duration anticipated at 18 months with an initial capital investment of 12 million euros. Phase 2 includes additional investment to the tune of 6 million euros into innovative analytical technologies to gradually increase our production from startup to optimum capacity. And Phase 3 is scheduled for 2024, whereby Torrent Malta will construct dedicated oncology testing facilities for an additional 4 million euro investment. Total capital investment into Malta operations for the foreseeable future is estimated at 22 million euros, and the company will employ more than 120 full-time employees. It is Torrent's philosophy to respect and support the social environment of the countries we operate in. Torrent Malta will sign cooperation agreements with local education institutions to support students through job placements, to develop the necessary skills and knowledge that are directly relevant to their future employment. We are excited to be here, and although the Malta project is an ambitious project, we are confident that thanks to our consultants and employees, the first of which are here with us today, we will make Torrent Pharma a success story. In the words of the founder of Torrent Pharma, the philanthropist, Mr. UN Mehta, it is pardonable to aim high and miss, but it is not pardonable to aim low. Honourable Prime Minister, I wish to express our sincere gratitude once again to your administration and for honouring us today during this auspicious launch. We look forward to strengthening the well-established relationship with your administration. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. It's truly an honour to be here this morning. Prime Minister, colleagues, friends, dear Frederick, it's a true pleasure for me to be here with you today. And I'm delighted to congratulate your team at Torrent Pharma Malta for this milestone achievement. Because indeed, we are here today to launch a very important project, a 22 million euro of foreign direct investment in one of Malta's foremost value-driven industries by a leading international pharmaceutical company with a global presence in more than 40 countries. As we heard, this investment will create 120 new jobs to make Malta Torrent's European Centre for Logistics and Quality Control. Sanjay, Amul, Marco, we are pleased to have you with us today, as it is thanks to the commitment of your company that together we will be making Torrent Pharma one of the leading players in the growing pharmaceutical industry in Malta. And allow me to thank also the government agencies involved, Malta Enterprise, the Malta Medicines Authority in this, for coming together and for making this happen. As a matter of fact, the pharmaceutical and also the life sciences sectors are indeed a key enabler of growth for our economy, a sector which provides quality careers and also upskilling opportunities for more than 1,100 employees and counting. Last year alone, despite the challenges brought about by the pandemic, this industry registered an impressive growth of 7.3% in skilled employment opportunities, a testimony of the resilience of this industry and the growing diversity of our economic model. And it is this political ambition to level up, diversify, and modernize our economy into one that is driven by quality and embedded in sustainability that drove our commitment to ensure the implementation of this project, together with a myriad of investments that we have delivered in the last year. Now, only some few months ago, not even a kilometre away from here, thanks to the hard work of Malta Enterprise and all the agencies involved, we proudly inaugurated the manufacturing plant of an Australian pharmaceutical company, which develops medicinal products related to dementia, epilepsy, and COVID-19, amongst others. And these investments, together with many others delivered in the past months, made 2021 another record year for foreign direct investments here in Malta. In the first 6 months of the year, the stock of non-financial FDI exceeded the 4.9 billion euro level. That alone represents a 14% increase over the pre-pandemic level of comparable stock of FDI we had in this country back in 2019. By September 2021, Malta Enterprise approved another 26 expansion projects, which will generate more than 500 new careers. Moreover, 6 new multi-million FDI projects were approved, and this will take the total new employment opportunities up to close to 1,000. So I am also pleased by the ongoing resilience being shown by our manufacturing industry, an industry which I feel particularly close to, as together with Malta Enterprise and with major stakeholders, we managed to protect, nurture, and grow further despite the challenges of COVID-19 and the supply chain issues it brought about. Today, we have an FDI stock in excess of €1 billion in the manufacturing industry, an industry which grew by nothing short of 40% in the last decade. So I would like to take this opportunity to assure you that the energy and enthusiasm that you have experienced from our side as government marks only the start of our partnership. You will keep on finding our support and encouragement in the years to come, because Malta is open for business and we're here to support you and your workers. I believe that together with our Prime Minister, we will continue building the manufacturing of the future, and I really look forward to it. Thanks a lot, and I wish you all the best in your endeavours.
Good morning, all, Prime Minister, colleague, Torrent directors, Parliament Secretary. Distinguished guests, it's a great pleasure for me to be here with you today. First part yet of another major milestone in your company's journey. The small island of Malta prides itself as a hub of innovation with a thriving economy that stood the test of time. In the most extraordinary circumstances, it proved resilient, agile, and above all, competitive. Something this government maintains and protects. A line of thought which resulted in your company to choosing Malta as their home. Without doubt, The pandemic has put every nation at a juncture. Preserve the status quo, or ride the tide and be the agent of change. We opted for the latter, by welcoming digitization and implementing projects so-called greener. Not an easy task, but it is a new mentality that is gradually being understood and adopted. Adding to that is the gradually changing the landscape of several sectors as we have known them back then. The pharmaceutical industry is no exception. Our nation's line of thought very much complements your company's vision. We were once referred to as the nurse of the Mediterranean, a crown we are given and we are proud of. And once again, we were lauded on the way we tackled the pandemic across the board, having been referred to as champions in the field. Hence, Torrent Group, based in Malta, strengthens our vision to keep sustaining the health sector and identifying niches which could be of great contribution towards economic growth and to ensure an economy for the benefit of all. The substantial investment of 22 million euro on a land measuring 1,500 square meters will lead to the creation of 120 new quality jobs. This shows your trust in our jurisdiction. The works on this project will kick off as early as from next month, and is projected to be concluded in Q3 of next year. These will also include a laboratory measuring 2,700 square meters, set, as Frederick mentioned, to be one of the largest labs in the pharmaceutical testing in Europe. When finalized, this project will include 7,400 square meters of energy-efficient space. The design and vertical building concept of the facility will help optimize on this space. To add to this are your future plans, particularly the incorporation of digitization, enhancement of research, and adopting of new manufacturing methods to keep you ahead of the game, both in Malta and even across Europe. The European Commission has recently reported that Malta will experience the highest economic growth of 6.4% in the whole Europe, together with the lowest unemployment rate in Malta's history. This didn't come by chance or coincidence, but is the result of difficult decisions taken by the Prime Minister and this administration during challenging times, to which our positive mentality sought opportunities rather than problems. In return, success brings its own challenges, and I assure you that we are very aware and constantly seeking ways to address the skills gap, something we are already addressing in other sectors such as gaming and IT industries. Thus, I welcome your plans of partnering with education institutions to support students through job placements to help such students develop the necessary skills required by the industry. We may be during an electoral campaign, but this government presence today here shows and is proof of our commitment to be always stand by business and workers. Your project in Malta may be ambitious, Frederick, as you mentioned, but this injects us with even more energy to guide you through. Our pro-market approach lays the groundwork for the investment to take flight, and I therefore thank Malta Enterprise, the Malta Medicines Authority, and Indus Malta for their work to make this project possible. Torrent, we welcome you to Malta, and now Torrent shall now join other iconic investment in pharmaceutical companies with long-standing history of doing business in and from Malta. I therefore look forward to seeing you and your projects here in Malta materialize, and will guarantee you our full support in this regard. Thank you very much.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is a real pleasure for me to be here with you this morning And first, please let me extend a warm Maltese welcome to Torrent Pharmaceuticals, one of the fastest growing pharmaceutical companies in the world and a genuine giant in the world of innovation, tech, and extending access to affordable medicine. Welcome to the capital of the Mediterranean. Thank you for choosing Malta as your base in Europe. Here, you will find not only a great place to do business, but also a place to call home. Torrent Pharmaceuticals facility represents a 22 million euro worth of investment and also the creation of over 120 new careers. Right here in Malta. I believe in this partnership because I believe that Torrent is really going places. You are the #1 Indian pharma company in Germany, Brazil, and also in the Philippines, with a truly global presence. Your cutting-edge R&D pipeline employs over 800 leading scientists. You would be a genuine asset wherever you choose to have your base in the world. So I am indeed thrilled that you have chosen Malta as your gateway to Europe. As you know, Malta holds a strong cluster of pharma companies producing medicines that reach every corner of the world. We are proud of our business-friendly environment, exemplified by Malta Enterprise. Thank you, Kurt. Our English-speaking can-do attitude matches your own. And although here I may be somewhat biased, I believe you will find here the most dedicated, hard-working workforce that you can find on earth. For me, as Prime Minister of this country, this fits into the vision that we have for our country's long-term economic vision. Not just jobs for our people, but rewarding, meaningful careers. Not a short-term agreement, but a long-term relationship. In my eyes, this is not just a corporate investment, but a partnership of action and cooperation. Because our vision for the pharmaceutical and life sciences sector goes much deeper than jobs and investment. Like Torrent, I believe that prosperity goes far beyond GDP figures and instead looks at the well-being and prosperity of our people. This resiliency and flexibility is the only way that we can be future-proof in the face of rapid change. We have to keep pushing outside our comfort zone. Throughout a global pandemic that brought the whole world to its knees, you have stood strong. We have stood strong. And let us not forget that this investment was made during the worst of the pandemic. Many would probably have shied away. So I salute your strength, courage, and your belief in Malta. It was the scientists like yours that saved us from a possible catastrophe. And they continue to save lives and livelihoods of billions of people worldwide, literally every day. Here in Malta, our resilience is also paying dividends. As a new Prime Minister, it wasn't easy at all to safeguard both our nation's health and wealth. But we took the tough and the right decisions. And now, we can turn the page to the future with confidence. Just this week, we heard that EU forecasts predict that Malta will be the fastest growing economy in Europe. This in 2022. Unemployment levels are at an all-time record low. So, in case any of you have any remaining doubts, yes, you have invested in the right place. And this is only the beginning of the story. I want us to go further, faster. My focus now is on reforming our education system for the future, to prepare our students to be the engineers, scientists, chemists, doctors, nurses, and software developers of the future. We are preparing our students to be the innovators and creators of the new global economy, and to leave an education system that proudly serves our young generation. That is why we are pushing STEM subjects to be at the top of our educational agenda. That is why we are giving unprecedented initiatives to spend 2% of Malta's GDP slowly in R&D. We are giving companies that invest in research a tax deduction of 150% of its R&D spending. And this is in addition to the research and development schemes we already have in place. In short, we are putting our money where our mouth is. Torrent's commitment to the development of your workforce is also second to none. Together, we want to create careers, not just jobs, that will sustain your company and our country over the next century. So, let us work closely together to invest in our most important asset, our people. Finally, I think I can speak for everyone here that I need to speak on the humanitarian tragedy developing on Europe's doorstep, in Ukraine and also in Russia. We are nothing without our values. We are all part of the international community, and we all stand with the innocent people who are suffering from this situation. And I am sure that I can speak for all of you when I say that we stand ready to assist our brothers and sisters in Ukraine in whatever way we can. Before we can have innovation, before we can have prosperity, we must have peace, cooperation, and stability. It is the raison d'être of the European Union, of which we are a proud member state. And it is still our greatest gift to the world. So, finally, please allow me to conclude on a positive note for the future. Slowly, but surely, Malta is building a reputation as one of the top destinations for pharma and life sciences businesses. We may be small, but as history shows, we always punch above our weight. We are constantly innovating through regulation. And that is the role which Malta Enterprise and the Medicines Authority are taking. It is why we are becoming a hub for startups, digital, and iGaming. Also, aviation, travel, technology, and tourism. So, this is not the end, but the beginning of a long, successful story for all of us. So, thank you once again for placing your trust in Malta. I cannot wait to see what the future holds. Thank you.